Building a country requires the joint efforts of public and private sectors, international partners, and clear rules. A country is built with public policies that build trust, legal stability, and tax incentives to foster and increase production. Ecuador is, and will always be, the country of opportunities. Ecuador is a South American country that is located in the middle of the world on the equinoctial line. Its capital is Quito. It shares borders with Colombia, Peru, and the Pacific Ocean. It has the highest biodiversity per square kilometer in the world and is a country with 4 distinct geographical regions: the coast, the highlands, the Amazon, and the Galapagos Islands, which are considered by UNESCO a World Natural Heritage Site since 1978. The common currency is the US dollar, and this is a factor that offers investment stability. Its gross domestic product is very close to the $100 billion threshold, and its per capita GDP is $5,917, one of the highest in the region. Furthermore, the Human Development Index ranks Ecuador 89th out of 188 countries. Ecuador is one of the countries in Latin America with the highest GDP growth as well as the lowest inflation, with 0.1% as registered in July 2017. Since 2006, Ecuador increased its nominal per capita GDP by 78%. The trade policy of the country of opportunities is focused on export promotion, searching for new markets, and investment attraction. This is in addition to Ecuadorian President Lenin Moreno's government plan that was based on national dialogue and the construction of an agenda in which all voices were heard. The strongest democracies in the world boost development through building agreements to benefit their citizens, and Ecuador is going through this process in order to improve the results it has achieved. The country of opportunities is open to signing new trade agreements because we know that every trade increase will benefit the Ecuadorian economy. In recent years, Ecuador has carried out a series of negotiations to improve the access of its products to international markets. Ecuador has access to a market of 800 million consumers thanks to trade agreements with important countries such as the European Union, Mexico, Guatemala, Chile, El Salvador, Nicaragua, the European Union, and agreements to avoid double taxation with more than 20 countries. In addition, Ecuador is negotiating agreements with EFTA countries, Switzerland, Iceland, Liechtenstein, and Norway, as well as South Korea, Honduras, and Turkey. The main trading partner of Ecuador is the United States. Ecuador is looking to obtain a commercial agreement with the United States that increases and improves trade between both nations. From 2007 to 2016, 24% of non-oil exports were sent to the United States, and during that same period, 16% of non-oil imports came from the United States. If you visit Ecuador, you can travel by land from the Pacific Ocean coast, cross the Andes mountain range, and reach the Amazon jungle on the same day, due to a first-order integrated roadway system that is considered the second most complete in the region thanks to its highways, ports, and airports. In recent years, more than $100 billion have been invested in logistic infrastructure to increase Ecuador's competitiveness around the world. The country of opportunities has an optical fiber network of 71,000 kilometers across the country. More than half of the population has internet access, and during the last decade, digital illiteracy was reduced by more than 20 percentage points. $586 million has also been invested in knowledge through scholarships for Ecuadorian students to study in the best universities around the world. Ecuador is the first country in Latin America to have energy security, and it is ranked 5th in the world thanks to the availability of clean and renewable energy. We went from being an importer of energy to a major exporter of energy. Ecuador has also invested millions of dollars in improving its basic services, and in the last decade, it opted to invest in the construction of 8 hydroelectric plants, 1 wind project, and 7 multi-purpose water projects that have doubled the Ecuadorian farmers' access to irrigation. Ecuador has an investment attraction model with the premise of searching for international partners that are willing to settle in the country by financing, building, and managing new projects for the development of the country. For this reason, the Ecuadorian government has worked on an investment catalog valued at $33 billion with 29 projects that are ready to receive investments. Therefore, Ecuador is open to investors who seek to strengthen relationships with national investors in order to increase productivity, add value to its products, and offer high-quality services in the country.
Pues nuestra empresa está en Ecuador y concretamente en Guayaquil desde hace 16 años ya. Y nuestro compromiso es desarrollar un servicio de agua y de saneamiento a la vez que invertimos para desarrollar la red de agua y de saneamiento. Durante los 30 años de la contrata son $500 millones que estamos invirtiendo para la ciudad. Yo diría que lo importante en Ecuador es la estabilidad que nos brindan las instituciones, tanto en el aspecto legal y fiscal. Y nuestro deseo es que eso siga. A las compañías lo que nos asusta, lo que no nos gusta, es el riesgo y los cambios. Y en Ecuador encontramos ese terreno, esa posibilidad de ver lejos, mirar lejos e invertir mucho.
More solid base than other regions. And over those last 5 years, we did see it happen in practice because you have been growing the industry roughly 10% year on year. We believe the shrimp farmers in Ecuador are among the front runners in the world when it comes to farming model. We believe they are very good marketeers. You are selling your shrimp on a global base to US, to Europe, all over Asia. So we think you are solid business people here and understand how to run a business. So I believe over time that is going to attract more investors to Ecuador. Certainly, I'm a big believer in Ecuador and the future of aquaculture and animal nutrition in Ecuador, for sure.
Ecuador is a country of opportunities, and it has a strong legal framework for foreign investments. There is free capital mobility and equal treatment for local and foreign investors. There is freedom for the production and sale of goods and services. It is possible to sign an investment contract with the Ecuadorian government for a term of 15 years, with the possibility of it being renewed for up to 3 decades. Furthermore, investors can access a tax incentive package and safe dispute settlement mechanisms. These benefits offer foreign investors a strong framework and confidence in the country of opportunities. Any foreign national interested in investing in Ecuador has access to the following benefits: 0% income tax for 10 years when investing in basic industries, 5-point income tax reduction for industries located in special economic zones, 0% currency remittance tax for profit repatriation and loan payments, 0% import tariff for industries located in special economic zones, 100% deduction for profit reinvestment in productive assets, and several other incentives that offer legal security in the country. The country has simplified its investment approval process by creating an investments committee headed by the Minister of Trade that assures agile decision-making and immediate answers to investors' needs. All these factors make Ecuador an attractive investment destination, and that is why more than 50 well-known Fortune Global 500 companies have been working in the country for decades with complete certainty.
Ecuador is just not what we see in the media. For this reason, we are bidding for Ecuador since 80 years ago to develop sustainable and friendly business in the Ecuadorian oil sector. Right now, we are the most important investors in Ecuador. The human capital is the most valuable asset and is highly committed and prepared. We recommend to invest in Ecuador. The use of the dollar as a local currency is the strongest reason to plan a bright future in Ecuador. We want to be here for almost 80 years more. We suggest you, the businessman, go and visit Ecuador and see with your own eyes the reality that the country is living right now.
Cargill decidió invertir en Ecuador. Primero, el país ha creado las condiciones necesarias para la inversión, ha desarrollado infraestructura vial, de comunicaciones, aérea, de puertos, ha creado las condiciones necesarias para la inversionista. Nosotros estamos invirtiendo en la construcción de una planta para alimentos para camarones en el cantón de Durán, una inversión de alrededor de 100 millones de dólares entre el activo y el capital de trabajo. Esta inversión creará 150 plazas de empleo directas, 800 plazas indirectas. Yo invito a todos los inversionistas primero a que exploren las condiciones que ofrece el Ecuador en las diferentes áreas. El país ha sido realmente hospitalario y se han creado las condiciones necesarias para los inversionistas, para la protección de la inversión y para que todas las inversiones sean rentables en este país.
Ecuador has high standards to effectively attend to trade. In association with private initiatives, it is on its way to having a new deep-water port for post-Panamax ships and an expected increase in the trade of Ecuadorian products around the world. The country offers opportunities to invest in sectors such as mining, renewable energy, agro-industry, tourism, and other sectors in the context of a win-win relationship. Because Ecuador is and will always be the country of opportunities.
Ay, mi Ecuador, ay, mi Ecuador, ay, mi Ecuador, mi lindo Ecuador.
Donde quiera que vaya, te llevo en mi corazón. Donde quiera que vaya, te